Now, your organization provides actual techniques that are taught to parents. Is this correct?
That's right. That's right.
We are going to take a little look at one in just very shortly now, but can you tell us very briefly, what is this particular technique?
Well, we're going to see a segment from a program called Confident Parenting, Survival Skill Training. It's one type of a parent training program that's directed towards parents who have young children, kids from about 2 to 12. And in this program, parents are taught a set of skills. It's a how-to-do-it sort of program. Like, for example, we're going to look at a specific skill called effective praise. Well, a lot of people praise their kids, but there's a certain technicalness that we've learned from research that there's a certain timing, there's a certain way that you approach children when you're going to praise them. There's some very subtle things that professionals know, and now in these training programs, parents can learn them and use them with their kids.
All right, before giving it all away, why don't you just tell us why don't you actually set it up for us? We're going to see a group.
Well, what has happened in this parent training group, the instructor, Dr. Keenel, has demonstrated to the parents a specific skill, effective praising. And there are 7 components to that skill. And she's diagrammed it and demonstrated it, and now the parents are going to, actually, she's going to demonstrate it using one of the parents to show how these skills work.
All right, and this is called praising.
Effective praising.
Effective praising. And it's something that probably we can all learn from, I'm sure. Let's take a look at it now.
Okay.
Okay, Cindy. I'm going to be the parent, and I want you to pretend to be my, 8-year-old daughter. Okay? And let's pretend that I've been having some problems with you clinging, to me a lot. It's like I can't really get away from you. You don't play independently, or anything like that very often. And that's the thing that's really driving me up a tree. All right. So, for once, occasionally you do play nicely. You found something that you're interested in. Maybe you're sitting in coloring or, reading a book or, doing some type of a craft. And I notice it. Now, I want you to watch and see if I get all of the components that I wrote down. All right? Okay. Cindy, I really like the way you're playing so nicely by yourself. It really makes me feel good. Okay, thanks. Now, let's look at the list. Did I get close to her? Yes. Okay. I didn't shout it across the room, as I was passing through or over my shoulder. I really got close so that I could get her attention. Did I get eye contact with her? I mean, were she and I looking at each other in the face? Yeah. Okay. You couldn't really ignore me when I'm looking right in your face, could you? It's pretty hard.
And you're pretty close.
Yeah. And I knew that I had your attention that way. All right. Did I smile or have a pleasant expression on my face? I looked like I was really pleased. All right. And did I do something nonverbal to indicate that I liked it? What did I do?
Touched me.
I touched her. I reached out and touched her. Okay. Did I say something about liking it? I verbalized that. And this is a really important part here. Did I tell her what it was that she was doing that I liked? What did I say?
The way she was playing?
I said, I really like the way that you're playing by yourself. Because remember, this is a child that always wants mommy, to play with her. And so if I'm going to praise, she may, if I just go up and say, oh, I really like the way you're playing, maybe she'll think that I get real turned on by the fact that, she has a coloring book or something. She doesn't know. I want her to know that I like that she's playing by herself, independently, so I have to tell her that.
Is that the reason why you didn't bring out the coloring book itself, the fact that she was coloring?
Right, because the point was that she's playing by herself, and that's what I want her to do more of, to be more independent. Okay, and did I do it immediately? Yeah, I didn't wait until, dinner time or something and say, oh, well, I really like the way you played by yourself.
When you mean immediately, you mean in the middle of what she's doing when she's doing it well?
I mean while the child is doing it or within 5 seconds of when they're doing it. But yeah, and if you forget, if you don't have time, well, better late than never. But you remember that these components, you may not always get all of them, but the more of them you get, the more powerful the praise is, because you really have that child's attention. He really knows that you like, what they're doing. So the more of them you get, the better.